It's just spinning. It says live.
Oh, yeah.
I
It
think
says
we're
live,
live.
and there's a counter. Yep.
We
What's
are
going
live.
on, fellas? We are live. The Eagles just fucking botched a field goal going into halftime. It'll 10-7 barn burner over first half.
Yeah, botching seems to be the theme of the theme of the first half. Both teams are trying to give this game away as best they can.
I honestly don't even know what
fucking
to expect
ridiculous.
for second half spread. Carson Wentz is back to forcing shit again. Like he actually looked good for the first like scripted drive, first maybe even 2 drives. He's back to forcing shit. There's 3 turnovers in the game. Like that's out of control. I don't know.
Yeah, so we now know he can memorize like 6 plays.
Yeah, what's been surprising is he's been real, as you're saying, he's forcing stuff. He's been real loose with the ball. Like he's tried to make a couple of those plays where he's just kind of flipping the ball to backs in the backfield when it's kind of in the grasp of the defender, and that's really, you can very easily fumble those balls. Those can be big plays for the defense.
He's flipping balls around, but he's also holding on to them way too fucking long.
Way
he doesn't
too
need
long.
to. It's like it's fucking gold.
I'm trying to figure out technology right now.
Geez.
So I'm staring at my screen trying to figure out technology. All right, I retweeted on our Twitter account also. Yeah, no, it's pretty ugly to watch. I'm looking for over-under for the second half. So you guys keep talking about your thoughts about the first half there. I mean, it's a fucking disaster. I know that, but I'm looking up second half lines. I expect it to be, it was 10-7, factor in 2 turnovers. It's probably a 24 spot in the second half. 21 maybe. 21.
Unreal. It is.
So let's see here.
What is going on with both of these teams? Really, I mean, it's
embarrassing from both sides. But like we expected this, right? It's 21.5 is the over/under. Spreads Eagles favored by a half point. So
what are the Eagles team total?
Let's see if there's a team total hung right now too. I think that there's going to be some offense in the second half. I mean, the turnovers do have to stop eventually, right? Like you would think that.
You would think, but they haven't all year. Yeah. The one thing that I will say is the amount of plays that the Giants defense was on the field has laid some groundwork for some Eagles points in the second half. Mistakes. The Giants defense has tightened up in the red zone, forcing 2 field goal attempts. One was missed, but and also another turnover. So the Giants defense has been on the field the entire game, and they're playing that bend but don't break style where they've let everything underneath go. But if they could tackle, it would be working a lot better because they're letting those short underneath passes to Boston Scott to Clement go, and they're getting 8-9 yards because the first guy's missing the tackle. So the Eagles, that's the main way the Eagles have been moving up and down the field.
Yeah, time of possession 20-10 right now, so 2/3 to 1/3. Home team total points. Eagles is FanDuel right here 20.5. Eagles are at 10 right now, so that's saying over under 10.5. I kind of like the Eagles over, and let's see what it is for the Giants. I mean, if you're looking at yards per play, the Giants have actually outgained the Eagles, but they did have that big play to Golden Tate. Right. Giants over under 17.5 is their number. I'm not going to take that. I don't know if the Giants have 10 points in them, which is sad.
They didn't come close. They didn't come close to a second score in the first half. I don't see why you could anticipate them scoring twice in the second half.
Is that the play? Giants under 17.5 total points. Like that's disgusting, but that's something to consider. Yards per play 6.2. The Eagles are down to 5.0. So again, they had that really nice script in the beginning, right? 15-5 first downs, passing. Carson Wentz 158 yards. I feel like that came majority of the first 3 drives, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Part of me, I said that there was going to be points. 21 is a little bit like if it was a 20.5 spot, I'd want to take that. So then what are you guys thinking?
Well, so like I said, I kind of like the Eagles' offense in the second half because of the amount of time that the Giants have been on the field. Because the majority, the reason that part of the reason their yards per play are so low is because I think Wentz has taken 3 sacks, all for 8, 10, 12 yards a clip. So those are big negative plays. And if a tired Giants pass rush isn't getting home in the second half, that could be, you don't have those negative plays that could help the Eagle offense.
Right. And if the Eagles pass rush is getting home, Dutch, do you think that's going to happen?
I mean, I want it to. Obviously, I talked to you guys before the game about my love for Brandon Graham. I want us to get back to the quarterback we should. They're putting pressure, but I mean, again, this is the Eagles, so who the fuck knows, right?
Part of me is thinking that that the play instead of Giants under the 17.5 is just Eagles by a half point in the second half for the Eagles to just win the second half, meaning that they would so if they win by 3, you would obviously lose, but for the Eagles to outscore the Giants in the second half, and I think that might be the play. But let me know if you guys are thinking otherwise. You can get Eagles minus 146 on the money line for the second half too.
Yeah,
I don't really want to touch the over and under, to be honest, though.
It'll be interesting to see how the Giants come out in the second half. They get the ball to start the half. And this is the first time all year that they really have not gone into halftime giving up points. They should have because Deion Lewis is an ass. Oh, so I forgot we're live, so I should watch myself.
You can say ass. Plenty of other words you can't say, but I'm pretty sure you can say ass.
All right. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. They might, that missed field goal might give this team a little bit of a jolt. The offense has been very stagnant. Evan Ingram, you can trade him at halftime for all I care. Darius Slayton's been invisible. Golden Tate had the one big play, and I like the fact that Sterling Shepard's getting back in the mix. The running game is non-existent. 31 yards in the first half. To that point, you can actually bet if you have FanDuel, Daniel Jones passing attempts in the game over under 31.5. He's at 12 right now, assuming that the running game isn't going to do anything and that they're not going to get anything going. And I don't think they're going to get anything going. And they're playing down. I think I like that for him to have 20 second half pass attempts. You know that the Eagles are up by 7-10 points. They're going to give the ball back. Like Wentz will give the ball back, or they'll have some shitty 3 and out and they'll give the ball back. I kind of like this. Over 31.5 for Daniel Jones. The question is, are the Giants going to run enough plays to get there? That's the question.
Someone give me
especially after that first half.
Fucking bet. I think I'm going to go with Eagles minus a half point in the second half, and that might be our banner play, unless you guys have something better. It's very hard with teams these fucking shitty, like this shitty. It's very hard.
You have minus at 1/2.
Yeah, but they have to win this. A half point. So they would have to win the game by 4 or more. And then you win the bet. So you could do money line at minus 147. Like that's something that you could do too. And then if the Eagles hold up, but that's basically kind of betting the same thing. Like you basically wouldn't lose if the game ends like right here. So like if it ends as a 3-point margin of victory, which I think that we all said before the game, like I'm pretty sure that DOI said, look, I mean, fucking it's probably going to end as a 3-point game. All right.
This game is a 3 points and an under. That's this game.
Well, no, that's the wrong banner. No, it's the wrong banner. It's the banner from last time.
Go Foles, though, for sure.
Still fucking, still a work in progress.
Hey, while we're working on the banners, let's talk about some of these props down here. I've actually never looked at these before, but third touchdown scorer and anytime touchdown scorers are still live, obviously, in the second half.
There's the fucking banner.
There you go.
There's the fucking banner. Second half, Eagles to cover a half point. I think it happens. And I completely cut you off, Dutch. What? Sorry.
I was just looking at these third touchdown scorer props. They're I might take a swing at 1 or 2. Who do we think on the Eagles has the best chance to score?
I'm going to go Carson Wentz running another one in because that's all that do.
Boston Scott would be my bet.
Okay. So Boston Scott at plus 600. That looks like it's also Bovada's bet as well.
Okay.
Wentz at plus 1,600. Not a terrible look right there. A little bit of value. And then
that he's going to panic in any kind of a pass rush. He's just going to scramble with the ball and run it in. I don't hate that for him to rush in a second one.
So I think this is
I'd say Boston Scott.
I think D-Jack at plus 1,000. I think Carson's going to look for him. I think he wants his first touchdown in his first game back after being hurt. I think I might put a little bit on that too.
That's something that we haven't talked about yet. Is that he doesn't look bad, but he's kind of like that boomer bust thread, right? Do you?
Yeah. The way that the Giants are playing, and especially playing him, I don't love him because his game is big plays, and the Giants are really trying to take away the big play. They're playing a lot of deep cover too, and they've had Bradbury following him the majority of the game.
I remember a time back in the day when they were double covering D-Jack and covering him like white on rice, and he made a miracle up in the Meadowlands, right?
Well,
Yeah, we're
well,
about 10 years removed from that now.
yeah,
Jesus
that
Christ.
We can still believe over here. This is our Eagles. This is our Homer pod now.
Could you imagine if this game came down to that, like a tie game, fourth quarter, put Deshaun back there to return a punt to fucking return it?
Fucking that'd be
Gone.
a nightmare.
Not gonna happen.
For
but I'm
those-
playing it.
I mean, you never know, dude. It's a 10-1. Like, you might as well take a gamble on it. For those that did follow any of the Twitter plays, I listed out a bunch of degenerate prop plays. Clement and Boston Scott have already hit their over receiving yards, so that's not half bad. Wentz
There you
over
go.
1.5 touchdowns passing. I don't think we're going to get, because he's too busy throwing interceptions in the red zone or just running the ball in the red zone instead of actually passing. But yeah, and then I've got Engram TD plus Giants win plus 500, still possible. Ward 80 plus yards and a Philly win plus 800. I would say it's still possible, but not likely with Ward, because he's at how many yards so far? Has he cracked 30? He 3 for 28, so it's not impossible, but those are out there. Always some fun crapshoot bets for some of these night games, because you got to bet on something to keep,
What else are you doing? Yeah.
to keep these games entertaining, right? Okay, so predictions in this game. You think the Eagles take it? You think your Giants come up with it?
I would like to say yes, but I think I've said a couple of times, I think the defense has been on the field for a long time in the first half. They're not tackling particularly well. I think the Eagles continue to control the ball, control the clock. I still see this probably as a 3-point game, maybe a 20-17 final.
2017 final is not what we're going for, because then that would mean second half Eagles -1 or a half point is not going to hit. But I like what you're saying about them getting tired, that pass rush not getting there, or the Eagles pass rush getting to the Giants. I think them getting tired and that defense getting tired with them being on the field for so long, that's kind of driving my bet for the Eagles in the second half. But honestly, is there full confidence on this one? No, it's just
Zero.
just a forced bet because we're doing a live stream, basically.
There you go. Yeah, I think the Eagles spread is certainly in question for sure from the beginning of the game. And I don't think we're going to see a lot more scoring left in this game.
Do you think the winner of this game takes the NFC East? Loaded question.
Yes. Yes.
If it's the Eagles, I'd say yes.
If it's the Eagles, I say yes. Yeah. Although the
Giants, I might say yes also.
This win would put the Giants at 2-1 in the division. That's not
That's
nothing.
huge.
This would bury the Eagles, this loss. They would lose full support of the city.
That's
I
true.
think this would bury them.
Oh, yeah. That's a
This is
good
only
point.
their second divisional game. They haven't played the Cowboys yet, right?
Right. They play the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football in 10 days.
next.
So if they lose this one, the Eagles would drop to what? 1-5-1. And then you're going into basically do or die. Like, if you lose against Dallas, you're 1-6-1. You're done.
Right.
Including
Yes.
what?
Yes, we should
Three
be done now.
divisional- Yeah, we 100% should be done now. 1-4-1. I mean, they added the 7th wild card spot. I know at 1-4-1, you're not even a contender for that. But in the NFC East, I mean, people are talking about if there's possibilities of a 5-win team getting in. That's pathetic. Like, it seems likely that it's 6. Oh, someone did a study of how a 4-win team could actually make it. Like, about how this NFC East, about 4 wins. Like, a lot of things would have to go according to plan. 6 wins seems the most likely right now. 7 is the outside possibility. Like, if the Eagles win this game, I guess maybe they can get to 7-8-1, but there's still some tough games on that schedule. I don't know, man. Second half kicking off. Eagles
The only
second
thing I
half.
know is
minus
Djak's
a
about to score the 3rd touchdown right now.
Hopefully that happens. All right, so we'll see what's going on with this. Probably the worst game that we're going to do on our Thursday Night Football live stream, but we're going to do it. Try to do it every week. Try to do it every week here. Who's playing next Thursday night? Is it?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I saw. It's probably going to get canceled because of COVID. Kind of like how they pushed the Sunday Night Football game down, right?
There you go. Oh yeah.
Is that why they did that? Is that COVID related that they moved that game?
Yeah, so the whole Raiders offensive line is out, and they sent them all home because I know at least one of them tested positive. I don't know if it's a whole offensive line, but the Raiders might be without their whole offensive line. So if you're interested in backing Tampa Bay, probably a good thought to back Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I might need to switch my pick in the pick pool, by the way.
Because Derek Carr is going to be under duress, to say the least.
There you go. Well, that is
Yep,
the least.
and I'm just looking up what the week 8 game is, and then we'll sign off here. Week 8's Thursday night football is ESPN's not loading. No, this is
that's
not week 8.
Great. This is
Keeps telling me.
This is why we need like an intern.
It's true.
Yeah.
Maybe like 3 more live
stats,
streams,
feed us
and then we'll get an
lines.
intern. Yeah.
Just feed us lines. Like I'm clicking on week 8, just nothing loading. Like it's just stuck on week 7. So that's a really nice feature of ESPN.com right now. It's
I can
going
never
to
get
be
ESPN or NFL to work. None of them ever work for me when we're doing anything different.
There we go.
Like
Atlanta at Carolina.
there you go.
There we go. Atlanta at Carolina. I'm still trying to get ESPN to load. That's actually not a terrible game. It's not that much better than this game. We'll see what Carolina does this upcoming week.
Carolina's overachieved.
Favorite. Yeah, Carolina's 3-3. And the Falcons just coming off of a win, and they're actually favored this weekend. So it could be a decent little halftime.
They might come in a little hot.
Stream.
Yeah.
Little halftime show next week. All right, guys. Best of luck
Enjoy
to
the
us
second
and
half.
to everybody in the second half. We'll talk to you soon.
Go Birds.
Later, guys.
Go Birds.
See ya.